I'll post like 15 photos of like 15 different interviews I did, and I'll be wearing the same pants in every single picture, and people will make fun of me.
Oh, okay.
But I really feel like I can wear the same pair of pants for like
Yeah, I have the same
months.
I just wore the same dress for approximately 8 days before I got here.
A dress? Exactly. It's not even making contact with your vagina.
I know. I switched out the underpants, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you got to do. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. It was pretty stinky, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not a person that like really cares that much about staying clean in between going out in public.
Yeah.
Like if I'm around the crib, like if I get home from work Friday night, there is a decent chance that if we don't go out and do anything, if we don't go to dinner or we don't go like, you know, meet up with another family to hang out or whatever, I might not take a shower until like Monday morning or like Sunday morning.
Okay, so just for why am I here?
I don't know. Actually, you want to know what's funny is like there's a dude who's like a No Jumper fan, and he just always suggests people for me to interview, and I think he pitched me like, hey, you should interview this person, and he like sent me a bunch of info and stuff, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
Okay, did he include the fact that I'm somewhat famous for not showering?
He did mention that.
Okay.
I
just want to check if there was like pre-existing.
So, okay, where does that come from? Was that something you were brought up with?
No.
I'm glad we can bond over this because
because dude, I get so much shit for not showering, and then
I don't think it's a big deal.
It really isn't.
And you seem like there's a bunch of like white celebrities and shit in the news for not showering and like talking about how, who was it? Do you remember? I forget. It was like some movie star that like they don't shower, like they don't think it's
more common than you think, but nobody says it out loud because everybody makes fun of you.
I think I could probably Google this. Celebrity doesn't shower. Jake Gyllenhaal.
That's what pops up for me.
That is the first one that pops up. And then Brad Pitt, Ashton Kutcher, Dax Shepard. He's like the most famous white man in the world. Yeah, Ashton Kutcher,
overrated.
Mila Kunis. I mean, these are some fly fucking white people. I mean, I'm not mad at being in their league. I don't know any of
So
them.
how often do you shower?
Honestly, I shower every time I come to do the podcast or every time I go to do porn. It's a very important part of my morning ritual. Like I work out in the morning, I eat breakfast, I shower, then I go to work. But if for whatever reason I'm just sitting around the house all day, if I'm just going to be on the computer answering emails, I don't feel the need to take a shower. And that apparently is like shocking to some people. Also, I don't shower before bed. I shower in the morning, but I don't shower before bed. And some people find this very shocking, like, oh, you shouldn't want to get the bed dirty. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm that.
I understand what is dirty. It's just skin and like a tiny bit of skin oil. Like this is not gross. I do not understand people's disgust responses.
My housekeeper is changing the sheets like once a week, maybe more. I don't even know. I have no clue how often she changes the sheets, but it seems sufficient.
Yeah.
I don't get into the bed and feel like, ugh, oily, gross.
Yeah, right. Maybe it's psychological for some people. I wonder if it's placebo. If people like just kind of feel gross, but I don't know. I feel like skin is good at protecting itself or something, and I have better skin when I don't shower all the time.
I think that a lot of people have this weird, like they believe that they are the kind of person who showers a lot, and they just have to fulfill that. They just believe that this is so important. To me, it's a sign that you are not busy enough, because to me, I think showering probably takes me 15 minutes in total, which is not that much, but it's like, there's a lot of other things I want to be doing.
Yeah, it's also boring and annoying, and it feels bad.
Yeah. You're using the shampoo, and then you got to buy more at some point. I realize it's almost $0 per shower, but it still just feels, I don't know. I just don't really, unless I'm going to be having sex or like doing the podcast. But then also, like one time, my house flooded. It rained really bad, and our driveway filled, and the house flooded and stuff. And I had to come in here and do a podcast without showering. And the people dropped comments. They could tell. Which seems weird to me. I feel like you should not be able to tell that.
Okay, I've also stopped using soap on my body, except for my butthole.
Okay.
But my theory is when I use soap, it makes me smell worse afterwards.
Really?
So what I do is I just use a wet washcloth. I like scrub my armpits really hard, and then I use like this like silver thing, which helps like prevent bacteria formation, and it makes me smell much better. Like it makes me go much longer before I start getting stinky and needing a shower.
I'm gonna be honest, like I've put so little thought into the soap and shampoo that I use in my day-to-day life. And like right now the deodorant that I'm using is like, do you know who Jake Paul is?
Yeah.
He's a YouTuber. He started like a brand called like W or some shit.
Okay.
And like they sent me like some deodorant in the mail and I've been using it. And I honestly, it's kind of like dry and chalky and it doesn't really feel anywhere near as good as the Old Spice that I was using previously. But I'm still just using it because I just don't even really care.
Yeah, I don't think it matters that much.
I could be a no deodorant guy. Honestly, a couple of girls in the porn industry, like the hottest chicks, don't wear deodorant.
I think I kind of, okay, after, a lot of my friends don't shower that much either, and I don't think we're particularly stinky, but occasionally you get like more whiffs of like what somebody actually smells like, and it's starting to grow on me. I'm like, oh wait, if I'm around this a lot, I'm starting to like, really enjoy it and getting a lot of information from these scents. And so I'm sad that we're sort of missing out on this culturally.
I can think of 2 porn stars I've had sex with and 1 girl back in the day in Brooklyn who was just such a hipster weirdo that she didn't shower. And it is weird because it's like, for sure, if you're f***ing for like 15 minutes, you're going to think about it probably like within every minute. You're going to think about that scent that's hitting your nose.
You're thinking about her. Oh, yeah.
Like that shit stinks. And it also like, I don't know, I associate it with like dirty vagina. Oh, you got the hairy armpits too.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
How's that going?
I don't think I'm stinky right now. Can you smell me from there?
Yeah.
What is that?
Can I smell it? No, I can't smell it from over here.
Okay. Just checking.
No, but look at how. But I feel like look at that J. Paul deodorant on there.
I see. I think, does mine not look like that too? I put a whole bunch. Whatever.
People are gonna like think of us as just being like the definition of just weird white people for just talking, like spending this much time talking down on showering. I feel like within the black community, anytime I say anything about how I don't find showering that captivating, it's just 100% disgust. Like absolute horror.
We're at the forefront of a movement, and horror is what you expect when you are the flag bearers for what will eventually take over culture. I bet you in like 50 years, assuming that we live that long and don't all die in a horrific apocalypse, that we're going to see a grand cultural acceptance of showering less.
But the thing is that like corporations are so incentivized to like sell us on the notion that we need these chemicals and products to make ourselves smell good.
Yeah, this is true.
I know fully grown ass men with like facial care routines, zesty facial routines.
Okay, zesty's not spicy. Zesty is just homosexual.
Gay-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, gay adjacent. Like just to me as a person who's never even really thought about what I'm washing my face with. Like I ran out of face soap and I've just been using like the kids like all-in-one body soap or whatever. I've just been using that because I just don't.
Do you have really low neuroticism?
Describe that.
Like, like on the Big Five, you know, the Ocean personality test?
No.
Okay, Ocean is it's one of the best replicated personality tests out there. So if you're going to like learn about yourself, you should probably use that one.
Okay.
But one of the factors is neuroticism, which is basically how responsive are you to negative stimuli?
I feel like I'm completely oblivious to it at this point.
So low neuroticism, probably.
I've been too destroyed in the media by social media at this point. I just feel like I'm probably like top 1% of not giving a what people say about me, which is...
I bet it's correlated to not showering and using whatever 3-in-1 deodorant. Like whatever psychological trait you have that's like, whatever, people are saying bullshit about me. It's probably like, whatever, I don't care what deodorant I use on my armpits.
Yeah, ambivalent. That does kind of feel like I relate to that.
Yeah. I'm also pretty low neuroticism. I have a theory that like people who are very promiscuous are bimodal in neuroticism, meaning basically that like they tend to either be very neurotic or not neurotic at all. I don't know if this is true.
That's interesting.
I could probably test it. Actually, I have the data on it, but I haven't looked at it yet.